Hello everyone, good morning to all. Myself Subram. So today we will continue the topic which I was discussed in the earlier topics, that is brain, its parts and neurotransmitter. So today we will discuss about the remaining part and will continue the topic from neurotransmitter to the blood circulation which is occurs throughout the brain. So today's topic is in cerebral circulation. What is cerebrum? What is circulation? We will discuss in this topic. So I think it is beneficial to you. So please keep watching my channel and see all the videos which gives some idea or make some idea about nervous system. So without further delay, let's continue the topic. So what is cerebral circulation? What is cerebrum? Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Okay, so circulation means the blood flow. So cerebral circulation is the blood flow to the brain. So brain receives 15% of cardiac output. If in adult, the cardiac output is 5 to 6 liter per minute. If stroke volume is 70 ml and heart rate is 72 beats per minute, then when we multiply it, then the result is 5 to 6 liter per minute. So the total cardiac output per minute is 5 to 6 liter. So from 5 to 6 liter, about 15% of blood is received by brain, because brain is a vital organ in an individual, like liver, lungs, kidney. These are the vital organs. Vital organs means the organs which takes part in the major functions of the body. So these are vital organs. If these organs is not receives adequate nutrition and blood, it will immediately die or dysfunction. So vital organs are very crucial to receive blood. Okay, I think the point will be clear. So the next point is brain has high metabolic demand. Because it is vital organ, so it requires high metabolic demands and requires high blood flow. When a organ is high metabolic demand, then it is required more blood flow. Like if a individual whose weight is 110 kg, or if the human demand is much more, so according to the body demand, he or she takes food. Okay, if a 70 kg man, when a 70 kg man requirement is as compared to a 110 kg man, there will be difference. A 70 kg man, 70 kg individual requires less nutrition as compared to 110 kg man or woman. So when a vital organ requires more blood flow as compared to the other body parts. Okay, so the next point says blood flow to the brain is against the gravity. Against the gravity means we'll discuss this point with a new slide. So let's this is heart. Okay, sorry. This is heart. Okay, so this is brain, and these are peripheral part. So in physics we already studied about the center of gravity is always downward. Okay, so when heart pumps, the brain receives blood against the center of gravity, that is opposite direction. So when blood moves its opposite direction, it requires more energy, contraction. So the point says brain receives blood against the center of gravity. The center of gravity is downward, but in this case the center of gravity is against the normal condition. Against means it is upward. Okay, and the lower extremity receives blood as normal as the center of gravity. So it requires less contraction and energy. So I think this point gives some idea about center of gravity. Then we discussed about the brain has good collateral circulation. What is collateral circulation? We'll discuss another slide. So collateral circulation means, I will give an example so it can be easily understandable by you. Let's take this is Cuttack and this is Bhubaneswar and this is the national highway. So if the national highway is blocked, that means you cannot reach Bhubaneswar. That does not mean, because there are many ways to reach Bhubaneswar. These routes are called bypass routes. If the main pathway is blocked, then you will reach Bhubaneswar by another route. This is called bypass. Likewise, when brain receives blood from main artery, if the artery is blocked, then the organ receives blood from another artery which are reached to the particular organ. Okay, this is called collateral circulation. माने जदि एई आर्टरीटा ब्लॉक हो गला मेन आर्टरीटा, तो ब्लड आउ से ऑर्गन को जीवनी न गले कोन हबो, सेई पाखा पाखी जो आर्टरी ब्लड ने कि जाउथुबो सी कोन करिवो ना, सेई ऑर्गन को किछि मात्रा रे ब्लड दबो और ऑक्सीजन दबो, तो सेई ऑर्गनटा कोन हबो, डेड हबो नै, ताको कहै जिवो कोलाटरल सर्कुलेशन. सो आई थिंक इट इज understandable by you. So then the next point says arterial supply to the brain. Okay, so arterial supply, which artery supply blood and oxygen to the brain? Let's look at this picture. So if we'll take it is aorta, then its branches are left subclavian artery and right brachiocephalic artery. Then again brachiocephalic artery is divided into subclavian artery and common carotid artery. Then left subclavian artery is divided into left common carotid artery. Then left common carotid artery is divided into two. One is internal carotid artery and another is external carotid artery. Likewise, the left common carotid artery also divided into two, that is left internal carotid artery and left external carotid artery. So left internal artery and carotid artery and right internal carotid artery are supplied to the brain. So this is called circle of Willis, because this image, this principle or picture is given by a scientist. His name is Thomas Willis. So this is called circle of Willis. So two internal carotid arteries, two vertebral arteries provide blood to the brain. Internal carotid artery arises from common carotid artery. Look at this, common carotid artery. Then vertebral artery is a branch of subclavian artery that enters the cranium through the foramen magnum. You know about the foramen magnum? Foramen means any hole, and magnum is the occipital area. A hole is present where atlas and axis is present, through which spinal cord is continue to L1 to L2 region. So this is called foramen magnum. Then vertebral artery join to form basilar artery at the level of brainstem. Already I told about there are two terms, one is brainstem and another is, what is another is? One is brainstem and another is in brainstem there are three parts. One is midbrain, pons and medulla. Okay, and in the point is not remember right now, but when I remember this I will tell you. Okay, so we continue the topic with the next slide. Then at the base of the brain, the internal carotid artery and vertebral artery form rings of artery called circle of Willis. I already told. Then arteries in the circle of Willis provide collateral circulation if one or more of the arteries are occluded. Means already I told, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ବ୍ଲକ୍ ହେଇଯିବ, main artery block ହେଇଯିବ, then collateral circulation ଦ୍ୱାରା ସେ organ ଟା blood supply ପାଇବ. If one artery, the main major artery is blocked, then the surrounding arteries provide oxygen and blood to the organ. Okay. Then artery is the circle of Willis, already we discussed. Then arteries along with circle of Willis are frequent site of aneurysm. So aneurysm is a disorder of artery, not vein. Okay. So disorder of arteries are aneurysm, then we study about the circle of Willis. The circle of Willis, this is the circle. Here look, this is called circle of Willis. So this is the anterior part, this is the posterior part. So this is called anterior cerebral artery. Then this is the communicating artery, anterior communicating artery. Then middle cerebral artery. The middle cerebral artery is the major artery of the internal carotid artery. Okay, then posterior cerebral artery, posterior communicating artery, then basilar artery, this is called basilar artery. Then vertebral artery, which is the posterior part of the brain which is occluded through foramen of which enters the cranium through the foramen magnum. Okay, foramen magnum. Then this is the areas of the brain. Here, look at this. There are many more areas. They are named as numerical names. Okay, region A. Look at this vision area. This is 18, 19, 18, 17. These are called vision area. Okay, then Broca's area, yellow, 44, 45. Then this is auditory area. Okay, so there are numerical names of various areas of the brain. You only remember about the vision area, that is 17, 18, 19. Then Broca's area 45, 44, 45. Okay, then this is the circulation of the brain. Left anterior cerebral artery, left posterior cerebral artery, and left subclavian artery. They are the branches of the arteries. Okay, so how was today's topic? Please put a comment or the comment section below. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.